Our Club Child Care provides services to more than 3,000 children and families every day, helping prepare kids to start school ready to learn on par with their peers and helping them succeed in school as they grow. Last month, well over 300 people were on hand to celebrate the organization's accomplishments at its annual celebration breakfast. Among the year's highlights are a pending acquisition of coordinated child care that will bring additional expertise and enhanced services, a state budget appropriation of $122,500 for the agency's Louise Graham Regeneration Center that is awaiting the governor's approval, and the Lou Williams Center, an early childhood education center that will provide high-quality pre-K education for kids from low-income households and that will serve as a professional development center for child care professionals. Our club's primary service is quality out-of-school time programming like before or after school care and over the summer. Kids learn the 4 R's of respect, responsibility, resourcefulness, and responsiveness in a safe environment, allowing parents to work without worrying about leaving them unsupervised or understimulated.
In our business, where we get to see the failures of all types of systems. We see the failures of the parenting system. We see the failure of sometimes the school system, the social services systems, all of those systems. And what happens in what we call the witching hour? And what we call the witching hour is 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. during the week. And why is that the witching hour? Because that's after school is out and before parents get home. In that 3-hour period, the largest majority of victimization of children and children committing offenses happens. That's why our club is important. It gives the children something to do after school that's constructive. The healthy mind and a healthy body is not a trite phrase. They keep the children active physically and mentally. And when children are active physically and mentally and they're healthy, they have healthy bodies and healthy minds, they become an asset to this community.
Dunedin Highland Middle School had a 53-point FCAT gain this year, and we think a lot of that has to do with our relationship with our club and other extended learning programs. Our club students in particular, 82% of them had a learning gain either in math or reading. Give that a hand. 82%. 54% of them had a learning gain in both math and reading. Outstanding. Give yourselves a hand. Great job, our club.
In addition to quality out-of-school time care, our club administers the Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters, or HIPPY program in Pinellas County. Home visitors assist parents of 3, 4, and 5-year-olds in being their child's first teacher. They teach the parents lessons and activities that they can share with their youngsters to develop literacy skills and prepare them to start school ready to learn with their peers. Our club also helps developmentally disabled adults by running the Louise Graham Regeneration Center, a secure document destruction center that employs more than 30 developmentally disabled adults.
And I believe that the Louise Graham Center stands for everything that's right with public-private partnerships. The government can't do everything. Right now we have a waiting list in Florida, even though we're reducing it this year, of 19,000 developmentally disabled citizens who are waiting for services from the state. So we need to support organizations like the Louise Graham Center and that are doing it without government help.
There are a lot of ways that you can measure the success of a city or a community. You can measure them by, how do you have a lot of good businesses? Do you have jobs for people in the community? Do you have a good downtown? Do you have a place for people to come and do things? Are you a great cultural place for your community? Do you have wonderful neighborhoods and parks and swimming pools and things like that? That's a lot of ways to measure a city. I think one of the important ways to measure the heart of a community is to determine how is that community dealing with the most vulnerable in the community. How do you deal with your elderly? What do you do with the wounded veterans that are coming back? How do you deal with the homeless? And Sheriff, thank you for all your work in the homeless. How do you deal with your children? What do you do about the developmentally disabled in your community? Look at what a community is doing in those areas, and you can get a good measurement of the heart of that community. That's why I love our club. Our club deals with our children. You've heard all the things that they do for our children. It's important, and it's true. And I'm thankful for that, for the care that they provide our children, and the fact that they're not just housing them before and after school, but they're teaching them, and they're providing them with an opportunity to succeed.